Welcome to the Smart Future Hot Seat. On today's show, we talk careers in science and technology. Live in the studio, musical guests, giants of science. And now, the star of the show, Helix.
G'day everyone, great to be here. Boy, am I fired up about the show. It's all about science. Actually, it's all about careers in science. Giants of science, do you fellas know anything about science, or is it just a name thing?
Oh, yeah, did a bit of science at school, I guess. When I think about it, we know a bit about geology.
Yeah, well, what about that?
Oh, we know rock when we see it.
Right. Now, we are about to meet a really interesting bunch of people. Whether they're on the road, in the air, on the beach, in the mud, or in the lab, the thing that they have in common is they all studied science to help get them there. But let's not muck around, let's meet our first guest.
For me, science is about discovering new things every day. I did a Bachelor of Applied Science at the Queensland University of Technology. One of the things that I love about working at the Queensland Institute of Medical Research is being able to work with such brilliant scientists. Some of the research that's being done here on a day-to-day basis is curing cancer, literally. It's fantastic to be involved in cutting-edge science like that.
Megan, welcome to the show. Now, you work as a research assistant in genetic epidemiology. What is that?
It's the study of human diseases, curing all sorts of diseases that are caused by mishaps in people's genes.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a genetic mishap myself.
I have a lot of knowledge about how you work, actually.
How's that?
Well, I went to university and I did a course called molecular biology, and I know all about you now.
Right.
And I have lots of you in the fridge back at work.
In the fridge?
Yeah, unless I'm electrocuting you and running you on a gel.
You behave yourself. Now, Megan, you came from the country, I hear.
Yes, I did. I grew up on a farm out in the country and went to an isolated school.
Did growing up on a farm help you get into science?
There are many things that cause you to want to get into science, and...
What, like chickens?
No, there was...
Cows?
Cows, yeah.
Cows make you want to get into science?
Yeah, finding out how they tick. Isn't that what science is all about, finding out how things work?
I don't know, look at me. She's asking me about science. That's why I'm here asking you about science.
Well, that's why I got into science, because I wanted to know how things worked. Science is a great way of answering those questions.
But seriously, Megan, are you happy with your career choice in science?
Science has opened up so many doors to me. I've got so many opportunities. I can continue on and do some more study if I want to. You can do so many different things once you've got a science degree. It's a very varied field, and I'm really loving it.
Megan, it's been great meeting you. And listen, try and be a bit nicer to the DNA when you get back to the lab.
I promise I'll try and be nicer to the DNA in future, Helix.
Could you get the sarcasm out of your voice? Please thank Megan Campbell.
Did you know expelled air from a sneeze can travel at over 160 kilometres an hour?
Our next guest is a scientist with a really interesting job. His name is Ruben, and with a bit of luck he should be waiting for us on a beach somewhere. There he is. G'day, Ruben.
G'day Helix, how you going?
Checking out the surf, mate.
Not too good today.
Well, you'd know, mate. You are the surfing scientist after all.
Yep.
So why do they call you the surfing scientist?
Mate, because I go surfing a lot and I'm a scientist.
So what sort of science do you do?
I do science shows at schools, mate. I trip around.
So you make science fun. How?
I do shows with liquid nitrogen. I'll show you some. This is liquid nitrogen.
Wow, that looks pretty impressive. What are you going to do with that?
Mate, I use it to demonstrate what happens to things when you make them freezing cold. And actually, I've brought a special guest along to show you some stuff. Look who we've got here, Helix. It's Peppy the stunt poodle. Say g'day.
G'day, Helix.
G'day, little Peppy the puppy.
All right, mate, let's put Peppy the stunt poodle into liquid nitrogen, see what happens to the gas inside. So, 1, 2, 3, and there he goes, and he's hammered.
Whoa, look at him go.
So you can see the gas inside Peppy has shrunk. When we take him back out, the opposite should happen, because he'll get warm again.
Peppy, come back.
There he is. Looks a bit sick. But as he heats up, it's a miracle.
He's back.
There we go. So that's my job.
So, Ruben, how did you come to be doing these science shows?
I started off doing a science degree, worked in a laser lab for a while, then decided I really like being out with people, so went back to uni, did a course where I learnt how to do science shows, and I've been doing that pretty much ever since.
Ruben, let's go back a little further. I mean, how did you first get into science?
It's a bit embarrassing, Helix. Actually did it to try and get in a girl's class who I had a crush on. I heard she was going to do physics in year 11, so I picked it for that.
Mate, we're doing a serious program about science here, and you only did physics because you wanted to sit next to some girl. But anyway, do some more science. Come on, do some more science.
Okay, mate, what would you like me to do?
Come on, put your finger in that stuff.
Dip my finger in it? All right, mate. Well, rather than wear this protective glove, how about I just use one of these slightly less thermal insulation type gloves?
Mate, they look like washing up gloves.
So there's my pinky finger, just a normal pinky finger. Let's put that into the liquid nitrogen, see what happens. So, okay, here we go. And
How cold is that?
yeah, it's pretty cold in there.
Doesn't that hurt?
Yeah, it does a little bit. So what we might be able to do now is the good old hammer test. We'll take him over there and give him a nice tap with a hammer.
Remember, Ruben's a professional. Do not try this at home.
Righto, let's see how we go. We'll give him a nice gentle tap and...
Wait, no, not the hammer.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
Oh, jeez, mate. That can't be good. It's not really my finger. It's a sausage. Finger's fine. There's the sausage. Actually quite tasty.
Yeah, cheeky so-and-so. Seriously, though, what would be your advice to a young person wanting to take up a career in science and technology?
I'd say keep your options open, and science is a great way to do that because you can use it in so many careers. Well, you can teach science, you can become a journalist specialising in science. There are people who are lawyers that need science degrees, there are marketing people, there are bankers. All sorts of people use science without actually being a traditional scientist. It's a very versatile qualification to have.
Well, thanks, Ruben. It's been great fun.
Thanks, Helix. I better pack this stuff up and get out the back there.
Ruben Meerman, the surfing scientist.
See ya.
Next time you're surfing the World Wide Web, drop in and say g'day to Helix at www.smartfuture.qld.gov.au. Discover the awesome array of career options available to someone keen to launch themselves into the exciting world of science and technology. Find out more about all the guests on the show, read the quirky science stories, and let the career wizard find a career to match your interests. What does a trichologist do? Wouldn't you like to know?
Welcome back, everyone. Now, our next guest plays with helicopters and keeps them in the sky.
My name's Dustin Swain. I'm an avionics trainee here at Boeing Australia. And my job basically entails looking after all the electrical, instrument and radio systems on the aircraft you see behind me. Fault finding part of my job involves quite a bit of science and scientific principles as far as following faults through. Its regulator won't let it stay online, so we're going to have to install a new one. It's a real sense of achievement to fault find a system and fix the problem.
Justin, welcome to my hot seat. How you going, mate?
Great, thanks Helix.
Now, you've come a long way. Where from?
A place called Oakey.
You flew in?
No, I drove down.
Do you like flying?
Yeah, I love flying.
Very glad to hear that, considering your job is to fix aircraft. Now,